Thank you, Caoirleach. And Leader, I'd like to have a debate in this House after the Christmas recess on the two upcoming referendums that the government has announced on the proposed constitutional change to the definition of a family and on the manner in which women and the role of women in society is represented in Knocknaheran. Personally, I can't believe that we're wasting time and money on this. I've often said that when the government is either unable or unwilling to solve the real problems of this country, they instead spend their time solving peripheral minor issues or non-issues that make it look like they're actually doing something. So in the midst of the housing crisis, the permanent health crisis and immigration crisis, we're going to spend tens of millions of euros at the taxpayers' expense to ask the public if they want to rewrite portions of our constitution to make them look more progressive. It would be interesting if we were to ask the public what they would rather to spend that money on. I wonder how many would prioritise a constitutional referendum. At the end of the day, this is a useless change insofar that it will not change anything. The current wording of the Article 41.2.1 has never prevented women from working outside of the home, and I dare say women feel demeaned by its existence in the Constitution. Article 41.2.2 would actually be an incredibly helpful provision if the government abided by it. The state shall therefore endeavour to ensure that mothers shall not be obliged by economic necessity to engage in labour to the neglect of their duties in the home. Imagine that. If the government actually said, we will manage the economy in such a way as to make living and raising a family viable on a single income. Women up and down the country and mothers up and down the country will be overjoyed. No more working a job for 80% of your income to go on childcare. But of course, managing the economy is hard and engaging in wordplay is so much easier. So of course the government will do the latter. So I'd welcome the debate.
And of course you do know, Senator, that the legislation to hold referendum will be coming before the House as legislation itself, so you'll be opportunity there. Senator
Keogan has asked for a debate on the two referenda that will be coming before the public next year. It is intended, Senator, to have second stage debates on the two referendum bills when we resume sittings in January, the first day back. So it'll be the first topic we'll discuss actually when we get back. So that's the earliest opportunity we could have had anyways. But that is the plan, to have those two second stage debates on that day. And you know, to take on board your point, I think there's, you know, we did a considerable amount of work at the Oireachtas committee in terms of that issue around the section on a woman's place in the home. You know, differing views on it, and you know, I take the point around there probably are bigger issues, you know, in households in terms of housing and health and cost of living. But there is a view that, you know, this has been thought for a long time to look at these, and there's probably never a perfect time to address issues in such as constitutional reform. But we are on that journey now, and it will come before the people next year, those questions.